Hi guys, good afternoon. How are we today? All right, so good afternoon again, everyone. So I'm seeing a whole lot of comments. Let us see. I think we are ready. I saw your responses on the Instagram page, and most persons are ready for the road. So we're good to go. All right. All right, so good afternoon again, everyone. Um, all right, so some people still nervous. Seriously? Just breathe. You'll be fine. Just breathe. Oh, too bad, Lyndon Richardson. Nice to have you. But you're just finding this page. Hush. Ensure that you subscribe, though, so that you can get other information when you go off to grade 12 or 6th form. All right, so Miss, I heard that from today's exams and yesterday's exams for CAPE, only three new questions were new. They said a lot of repeats. Yeah, so that means you should be good tomorrow because you are expecting a lot of repeats. So ensure that this afternoon, remember we're not staying up late tonight. Ensure that this afternoon you go through any of the past papers that you didn't go through already. Do as much practice as you can. Pay attention to questions that are consistently repeating, and then you go to bed so that you can wake up early in the morning. Hi, guys. Some people coming in. All right. Yes, I know a lot of you are excited for the paper as well. So that is great. I'm also looking forward to it. I will not get a chance to see it until maybe the next day, maybe Thursday morning, or maybe they will allow me to see it Wednesday in the late evening. But I'm sure that you will tell me about it. So tomorrow is everyone's first exam. Is it the first exam for everyone, or you did some exams already? Most people are excited. Let me know how you're feeling, guys, because I think you're ready. Somebody is asking, since geography is tomorrow, can you please work some social studies past paper? Yes, I will be doing some social studies past paper as early as Thursday morning. So tomorrow I will be out all day because my kids are doing their exams. So Thursday I will start on the social studies exams. So you can ensure that you stay tuned in for the social studies past paper as well as for the crash courses that we are going to be doing right up until the 20th because your exam is the 21st. So right up until the 20th, we will be doing some social studies. Um, Yes, it's the first exam for most people. Some persons had French on Monday. Okay. Nice, Chrissy. I'm happy that you're excited. Very good. So I'm seeing two words mostly, nervous and excited. The ones who are nervous, turn the nervous into excitement and ensure that tomorrow you just keep calm and get your exam done. Check over your answers and ensure that you get them correct. Use the little tips that you have learned to eliminate the ones that do not fit in the responses. Remember that the multiple choice is literally designed to trick you, so you have to pay attention. Read over your questions carefully. Pay attention to the words that are in bold or the words that are capitalized that are pointing you to specific things, that are hinting you to specific things. So the words like least or most or always, things like that, that are giving you specific hints, you need to pay attention to those. Um, Somebody else is anxious. That's nice. That's good. So nervous and excited at the same time. That is nice. And I'm seeing the positivity. We're all gonna get ones. Beautiful. That's the spirit, guys. You have to keep up the positive spirit. Um, the Bible says faith without works is dead. So, from my knowledge, you have been putting in the work. Now it is time for you to be faithful and time for you to trust in God. If you know you have not been putting in the work, ensure that you go and put in the rest of the work, but don't stay up too late. Ensure that you get to your exam on time early so that you can rest and relax before you actually go into your exam. Wish I did social study. I'm sure you'll find somebody with the history to help you out. But we'll be here for the social studies people after. Yes, so it is just the paper one for tomorrow. So you will be good after that. You will only have the other subjects left. Yes, I am expecting repeats, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. You can tell me about it. Oh, thank you, Thompson. But it's team effort. We all worked those papers together. Even though you were hearing my voice only, we were all working them together because you were right there in the live chat with me. So we're doing it together. All right. So I'm seeing some confidence as well. That is very, very good. Nikki, ensure that you go to sleep. You need the rest to just keep everything in that brain of yours that you have been studying all along, and ensure that you wake up very, very early so that you can be ready. Oh, yes, you are allowed to use your calculators in the exam. So you ensure that you take your calculators, ensure that you take your protractor, your pencil. They will give you the strip of paper that you will need for the calculations, so you don't need to take those. Hold on. Mm, that 1 hour and 15 minutes will go fast. Subjects I teach: geography, social studies. Well, I don't teach social studies at school really, but I teach social studies. I have taught my daughter social studies. She did it in second form and she got a grade 1 straight A profile. Um, and environmental science. Quick question. Does a pothole have high volume with steep gradient or gentle? Okay, the potholes, they are formed in areas of high volume of water where there is a steep gradient. So high volume and steep gradient. I remember the question that you're speaking of. I think there was an error on one of the past papers that we did, but it was clarified in the second one. I plan to reach school before it open. Okay. All right. So there is Veron is saying where helps with history. So you can check that out. Geometry set. Yeah, you can take the geometry set itself. Well, they won't allow you to take the actual geometry set into the exam, but what you will need for the exam certainly is the protractor. You may need a little ruler and your pencil and your calculator as well. So ensure that even if you don't have the entire geometry set, you have those specific items. Yes, you can use the calculator. Okay, so good I clarified the pothole question because somebody else was asking. Uh, yeah, she did it in grade 8 and she got a grade 1 straight A profile. So that was very, very exciting. I know a lot of you guys probably just tried out a subject to see how well you would do in it. So yeah, she wanted to try out a subject as well. So I allowed her to try it out in grade 8 and she did really well. We didn't have a lot of time for me to actually teach her, but we got into it. We used the syllabus just the same, worked it through, same thing that we would normally do in class, and she's good to go. So that's a grade 1 already, straight A profile. Calculators, yes. Should have the da 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 da. Yes, Jamila. So, based on what we have been doing so far with all of the past papers, you do realize that there is a lot of repetition. And even if it is not a full repeated question, something relating to the question um, is repeated. So, you have a pretty good idea of what to expect. So, that is why in that video that I did with the how to prepare for your exams at the last minute, that is why I placed in there that it is so important for you to do the past papers. So you get an idea of what you can expect on the exam, how the exam is set up, what type of questions you are expecting, so it puts you in a better standing to pass the exam. And then the other thing would be to use the syllabus, specifically what CXC would have sent out for you to learn. So once you use that and you cover your bases on that, it means that you are ready because you would have covered what CXC would have asked you to cover. Okay. Can we go through latitude really quickly? Just drop what about latitude you want to go through. For example, is it that you want to learn how, is it that you want to talk about latitude lines in general? Or is it that you want to know how to find the location using latitude and longitude? I am in grade 9 and I really want to pass a subject. Hey, nice. So you're doing the subject at grade 9. That's beautiful. So I really, really hope you get your one tomorrow and you find the experience. It is not as scary as it may seem. It's really cool. Just picture it as a regular test. Go in and just do your best when the results will be out. Because of coronavirus, at the moment we don't really know, but it is paper 1, so that is usually electronically marked, so it will be fast. Yes, guys, like the video, and if you have not subscribed yet, still go ahead and do so. I do know that a lot of you will leave me tomorrow after your exams, but you should know that we don't do geography content only. We do everything relating to how to learn, how you can be better at learning, how you can get your best possible grades in any form of studying that you're doing, how to find your career choice based on the things that you like to do, how to find your learning style and manipulate it so that you can learn the best possible way and you can learn every single thing that is put in front of you, things like that. So there's a lot more than just the geography. So ensure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. All right. As well as Eastings and Northings. All right. When you're asking me to go through something, tell me what about it you want me to go through so I can just run through it quickly. I'm still waiting for the person with the latitude to tell me what exactly. What is Laccolith? So Laccolith is an intrusive volcanic feature that intrusive means inside. Intrusive volcanic feature means that it is a feature that has been created, but it is underneath the Earth's surface. So the magma has cooled and it has hardened below the Earth's surface. The Laccolith is the second largest intrusive volcanic feature. The other one would have been your batholith, which is closer towards the base or closer towards the magma chamber itself. It kind of looks like a magma chamber. The Laccolith is closer towards the surface and it pushes up the rock strata. So it would actually create a bulge. You would actually see a bulge from it on the Earth's surface. Why steep gradient and not a gentle gradient? Remember that for the water to be flowing very fast, fast flow or high velocity is higher in areas of steeper gradient simply because of gravity. So if you have an area where you have a steep gradient, meaning it is pretty much like a hill, or it would be steep for a person to walk up, it means that the water would flow off a lot faster. If the water is flowing a lot faster, it means it provides the opportunity for those smaller pebbles to swirl around into the bed of the river, which is what is actually going to be creating the potholes in the first place. So that is why it is the steep gradient and not the gentle gradient. Um, Miss, do we write our names on the paper with a pen? There's a paper that you're gonna get that is like a receipt to show that you have done the exam, a receipt that you can keep just in case they don't find your grade or something like that. So it's a receipt that you will take home. For that, you fill that out in pen, and then I think it's in triplicate. I don't remember. But they will sign and then they will give you a copy for yourself to keep. But on the exam paper itself that you're doing your shading on, you do those in pencil. Um, I'm trying to go through the questions. For the six-figure grid reference, could you explain, please, or do you have a link to a video? Oh, yesterday, was it yesterday? I think. Maybe yesterday we did a live stream on Mapwork, and we actually went through a PowerPoint in the Mapwork where there was a full explanation on the four-figure grid reference as well as the six-figure grid reference. So that live would have been uploaded yesterday, I think. So you can just check it. It says Mapwork Crash Course. So you can check that and it will give you all of the things relating to Mapwork. Um, Question, can you explain the different plates like transform plates, etc.? All right, so there are three types of plate margins or three ways in which the plates move. There is a transform plate boundary, that is where they move past each other or parallel. This one is sometimes called passive. The feature created with the transform plate boundary majority of the times would have just been your earthquake. There is also the convergent plate boundary. Just like the word suggests, it is converging. The word converge means to come together. So that plate margin is when they are moving towards each other. So if it is two continental plates, they will just move towards each other, crash into each other, and then you would end up with your fold mountains. If it is continental and oceanic plate, then you would have subduction taking place. So you would have your subduction zone, you would have your volcanic activity, etc. The other plate margin is your divergent plate margin. The word diverge means to move away from each other, to go apart. So for that plate margin, the plates are moving away from each other just the same as the word suggests. Divergent plate margin is also called constructive plate margin because as they diverge or as they move away from each other, the magma that is coming up is cooling and it is hardening and it is creating new crust. That is why it is called constructive plate margin as well. And the convergent plate margin where it's coming together, that is also called destructive plate margin as well. So somebody was defining Laccolith for the earlier question, a mass of igneous rock, typically lens-shaped, that has been intruded between rock strata, causing uplift in the shape of a dome. Yeah, so just like I was saying, it would actually push the rock up. So when you are on the Earth's surface, it would be shaped like a hill. And it is between the rock strata. That is why it actually pushes it up. Come teach at Tutorial High School now. Okay. Possibly one of these days, I may just drop in for a visit or something. SBA grade shaky. Oh, speaking of SBA, well, it wouldn't help you guys, but for the Form 4 people or the grade 10 people, I'm doing something that will assist you greatly, greatly, greatly with your SBAs. So ensure that you follow me on Instagram. I will certainly post it there first. So that I can't really, tell you exactly what it is yet. We have to just put it out there first, but it will be super beneficial to you and everybody that is in grade 10, about to go to grade 11, and everybody that is coming after to do geography, because the SBAs are super important. You want to go into your exam with the highest SBA score possible. So the SBA is 20%. That is the amount that it is going to give to you. So if you go into that exam with that 20% already, you just need so much more in order to make it up to get your one. By the way, guys, just tell me your SBA grades. Drop your SBA grades. Let me see what you are working with, because that also affects the grade that you would get. All right. Yeah, what SBA grade do you need to get a 1? It's not that clear cut for you to say what specific SBA grade you need to get a 1, because the SBA is 20% and then the paper 1 I think is another 30%. I'm gonna check. So that would have, I think is 30. I don't remember. But the paper 1 is about 30. So that would be a 50% for this year I'm talking. That would be a 50% that you need to get the most out of. So if you went in with your SBA grade already at 20, then you just need to maximize on the multiple choice to be as close to the 1 as possible. I don't even know my SBA grade. Just, oh no. Swagman, seriously? So you didn't get it back like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different times to go fix it and make it perfect so that you get your best grade? All right, so Felicia is back with the question. Find the location using latitude. So you would have your lines of latitude and then you'd have your lines of longitude. That is what tells you the location. So latitude is like lateral, so it goes across. The latitude lines, those are running from west to east or east to west. So those are the ones that are going across. Those are the ones, the latitude lines, it separates the earth into northern and southern hemisphere. So that is the one that you would put first when you are reading, when you are finding your location. So for example, you would look at the place that you're looking for and you look for the line of latitude that passes through it, and then you write down if it is north or south of the equator. So that would give you a number, and then you write north or south. So probably 18 degrees north. Sometimes it is not written there to show you whether it is north or south of the equator. You just have to figure it out. So you know that you would have the 0 degree line in the middle. That is your equator. Above your equator, the numbers increase towards the north. That is your northern hemisphere. For your southern hemisphere, that would have been below the equator. The numbers increase towards the south. So you just look at the direction that the numbers are increasing in so that you can see if it is north or south of the equator. And then so you'd write down the latitude first. And then for the longitude now, which is the second one that you would write down, lines of longitude, they are the long ones. They run from the north to south. They separate the earth into eastern and western hemisphere. So again, it is not always shown to you which side is east, which side is west. So you would just look for your 0 degree line. If the numbers increase from 0 degree towards the east, that is your eastern hemisphere. If it increases from 0 towards the west, that would have been your western hemisphere. So you just look for the place, write down the number for the longitude line as well, and then you write whether it is east or west. Okay? Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. I'm trying to go through all of the comments here. I think I'm very, very behind. Hold on. Okay. So I have one person promising to stick around. That is so nice of you. Thank you so much. That is blog is stuff. Thank you. Trailing also. September 22nd is result. Tell me what country you're in where that result is gonna come out the 22nd of September. I don't know when our result is coming out. I don't remember. Maybe it was said and maybe I just didn't hear. Yes, you're all gonna pass your exams. Miss, what does not affect the industrial development in the Caribbean? That one is very, very, very broad. So I'm not really sure what you're asking. So you can revisit the question and send it to me again. I see coastal features, but I don't know what about coastal features. What if you can't find past papers for the specific subject? There is past paper for every single subject. You just have to look like really look deep for some of them. Some of them are so easy for you to find, especially now with the coronavirus, where everything was just shared so that everyone could actually benefit. Um, but depending on what subject it is, I'm sure somebody can assist you with the past papers. So for the Discord group that we have, I know I created it for geography students, so you can all talk with each other and ask each other questions, etc. But it's okay if you ask for past paper for another subject in there. That's fine, and maybe somebody else can help you out. It's all about assisting each other. We can't go through this world all alone. Um, Somebody says coastal features are really tricky. What about them though? So it's the second coastal features hint I'm getting. But what about the coastal features? You want to know what they are, how they're formed, what exactly? Miss, what is a caldera? A caldera is basically a type of volcanic cone. So you would have a very explosive volcano, and from that explosive volcano, or or the magma is so acidic that it cools very quickly and it hardens sometimes in the vent. The next time an eruption is taking place, the because it has cooled and hardened in the vent, it's kind of like creating a blockage. So the top of the volcano actually blows off completely. When the top of the volcano blows off completely, you're basically left with a half a volcanic cone where the inside is kind of empty. Some of the materials from the top part of the volcanic cone would fall back into that crater section there, so it's not entirely empty. So that blown off volcanic cone that is left, that is what would have been called your caldera. You would still have the magma escaping from the Earth's surface inside the caldera just the same. So for calderas, you will realize that you have smaller volcanic cones developing on the inside of the caldera. Sometimes, if water settles inside the top of the caldera, it is then called a crater lake. All right. I think some stuff got missed out. Trying to go back. All right. It seems as if I'm gonna miss out some of the comments because I can't find where I was at all. All right. So lots of people did not hear their SVA grades, and then lots of people actually got their SVA grades. So that's very, very, very good. Um, I thought it was 40%. No, it is marked out of 40, but the amount that you actually get is 20% towards your final grade. Um da, 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 da. We don't know, 39, 38. Congratulations, guys, on yes, it is still 20% for the students who are just doing paper one. Um Miss, how much does the predictive grade affect your grade? Oh, I think you mean the grade that your teacher says that you are possibly going to get. I really don't know, to be honest. I don't know what CXC does with it after it is sent up, but I am sure that your teachers would put the best grade for you. I don't think they would just predict that you're going to get a failing grade, regardless of how bad you are as a student. Mm, I see something, as long as they don't put 30 map questions. Well, we are basically expecting about 30 map or graph or um, questions where you are required to actually look at something and interpret it. So, based on the papers that we've done already, we can see that there is quite a lot of that waiting for you on your exam. So we have been through those. Just try your best to ensure that you actually cement them and get them correct. Um, Miss, can we have a past paper session? We have done that for quite a while. So your exam is tomorrow. Tell you what, um, you can come off this live. That is for Morris. You can come off this live and go and spend your time watching the other past paper lives that we have done already, where we actually work through the questions. So you can pretty much work it through with the video. Take your textbook, work it through with the video just the same so that you get information as you go along. Don't just go reading up random stuff because the exam is tomorrow, so you need to be ready. You can also watch the videos on the crash course as well for the areas that you are not confident in because you don't have a lot of time. So watch the crash courses for the areas that you are not confident in, and then you watch as much past paper as you possibly can to ensure that you cover all of your bases. If you meet up on some past paper questions that you don't know the answer for, that we never did, you can just take a picture of it, screenshot it, send it in the Discord server, and somebody will respond to you. It may take a little while because there may be a lot of questions coming in, but somebody will respond to you. There have been some people who have been sending them to my Instagram, sending me as DMs. That's fine as well. I will respond, but sometimes it may just take a little while. So ensure that you are on the Discord server as well as you can send them through my Instagram and you can ensure that you follow the page. Um, could you go through finding time on the map? Okay. Um, we did that yesterday too, in its entirety. So to find time on the map, you're really using lines of longitude. I'm just going to give you the things that are specific that you have to remember. When you are moving towards the east, it means that you are adding time. When you are moving towards the west, it means that you are subtracting time. 15 degrees on the map will equal to 1 hour. From time to time, it may be labeled differently. So maybe when they're doing the lines of longitude, each line is not 15 degrees. Maybe they do it from 0 to 30, then 60, etc. Either way, 15 degrees on the map still equals to 1 hour. So if it is by 30 degrees that they're doing it, that means it's 1 hour, then 1 hour. So pay attention to how the lines of longitude are numbered. Um, for 4 minutes equal to 1 degree. So just in case the question requires you to calculate your answer in minutes, that is what you're going to use. The best and most effective last minute method for you to learn longitude and time is for you to use a number line. So since you know that every 15 degrees equal 1 hour, and if you're going to the east, it is adding, and if you're going to the west, it is subtracting. Just do that on a number line, just like how you would do with math in primary school or in prep school, and just do the one jump, that each jump would equal to 1 hour, so that you are able to tell what your answer is. Don't get confused with the international dates line and if the day has changed and if it is AM or PM. Count it on your finger like a primary school person. Do the number line like a primary school person and you're good to go. What you have to remember though is that 15 degrees equal 1 hour. If you are going towards the east, you are adding time. If you're going towards the west, you are subtracting time. And yeah, I think that is it. Finding time on a map. Okay, I just did that. Or it's the same. Okay. Somebody's asking for HSB papers. If you have them, share them. Somebody's also asking for theater arts papers. If you have them, you should also share them. Bearings. We did bearings yesterday as well. You can check out the Mapwork crash course that we did. We showed a full PowerPoint on bearings itself. So yeah, see somebody telling you that there's a video with bearings. So there's a video itself with bearings on the page, and then there's a live explanation with the bearings as well as the compass direction. The comments are not really behind because I'm trying to go through each one. That is why it is taking so long. All right, so I did the finding time. Somebody is answering somebody else about watershed. There is a drainage basin video by itself that you can watch. It shows you the watershed. It shows you what the drainage basin is, what is the difference between the two as well, so that you are able to answer those questions that we have seen on the past papers. Da, 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 da. Is it important to know all the weather symbols? The thing is, you don't know which one will show up. So, yes, it is in your best interest to know them or have a method of remembering them. Geometry set, no kind of set or bag or anything that can hold anything is allowed in the exam. You are just going to be able to bring the stuff inside your hand. So ensure that you don't have a lot of bag and pan to bring with you. Oh no, Lyndon, I'm happy to help. I hope your teacher will get better soon. Somebody's asking for help with biology. No, Swagman, not 30 bearings questions are expected. You can expect probably 2 bearings questions. Based on the past papers that we've done already, that is what it looks like. And then there's someone saying that, yes, they'll help you with biology. That's good. Okay. So someone is asking if anyone did a subject already. If so, if there are any repeats or know a friend who did CAPE and saw repeats. So someone was on the live earlier and they indicated that two subjects that they're aware of did CAPE. There was a lot of repeat just the same and only probably 4 questions that were new. So that is good news for everyone. Potholes, I just explained potholes. It is a high volume of water and a steep gradient. Guys, you don't have a lot of time. I'm not your mother, but if it was my child, I would suggest that they go to bed by 10 o'clock tonight. Go to bed by 10 o'clock so you get a full night's rest. Wake up very early in the morning, whether it is 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Get your stuff and go to school and just relax and breathe and be ready for your exam. Remember, you need to be in the room early so that you can get all of the paperwork done, sign up that little paper and everything so your brain is on point and you're ready for your exam. Uh all right, so there's a lot of somebody's saying there's a lot of information. So they're advising you where to go if you need assistance for math, where to go if you need assistance for bio. So that is good. Somebody else is asking for English past papers as well as answers. Okay. Can you go over rivers? I don't know what about rivers you want me to go over, so just let me know specifically. Remember as well that there are one, two, maybe three different crash courses. Some for physical geography where rivers is explained in detail in like a two, not so long, maybe like a 1 hour. So you can watch that as well. Whatever, if it's a big topic that you feel like you have an issue with, then you can just go and check out the crash course specifically on those things, and then you can ask questions after if you still have questions. Um, the person that's asking about coast as well, you just check out the those videos. Um, Miss, please explain gradient on a contour map. All right. So for gradient, it is basically asking you how steep a piece of land is. For gradient, you are going to be looking at the vertical distance as well as the horizontal distance. So you are going to need to look at the specific height of the contour lines that you are given. Sometimes they will give you starting point at the coastline, so you know that would have been 0 meters above sea level. And then the other height that they give you, you are going to subtract the difference between those two so that you have that as your specific height from the first point to the next point. And then you are going to measure the actual distance between those 2 points. The distance would have been for you to measure that on your scale. So you place down your strip of paper, mark off where you're starting, mark off where you are stopping, and then you measure that on your scale. Ensure that the unit of measurement is the same. You divide, and then you give your answer in a ratio format. Miss explained deltas. There is something on deltas. There's a question. No, there's a question on the past paper that I'm seeing a lot relating to deltas, but it is just showing you, it's asking you to identify one part of the delta, which is a distributary. So deltas that would have been formed close to the mouth of your river. The deltas are formed as a result of deposition when the river is depositing its load into that larger water body. That is what really forms a delta. So a lot of deposition is there, and it gives you a specific shape. There are three main types of delta. They are given those names because of the shapes that they create. There is something on delta though. You can check that out as well. Miss, are you still going to go over social studies? Yes, probably Thursday morning. We can start social studies. Since geography is tomorrow, I'll be out all day. And then, so probably Thursday for social studies, we will do that. Yes, for all the persons who are saying they are grateful, I am grateful as well, and I'm very happy to assist you. You are welcome. They allow us to use a clear Ziploc bag to put your stuff in. Okay, that's great. 3 o'clock is my bedtime. Do you mean 3 p.m. or 3 a.m.? Because the worst thing you could do to yourself is go to your exam and fall asleep in your exam. You fall asleep in your exam, nobody wakes you. You literally sleep away your parents' money and sleep away your grade 1. So you do not want that to happen. Why 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock gives you enough time to wake up at 6. So that's 10 to 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? 8 full hours of sleep in the night to be ready for your exam. Honestly, I can go sleep early, especially you better go to bed early. Go to bed tonight. Sleep. So lots of places for you to get information for the other exams as well. Go to bed. Everybody that is saying that they can't sleep early, go to bed. Explain the delta, just did. So remember, I'm a little behind on the comments, so I will get to them eventually. Drainage basin, I did say that a little while ago. There is a specific video on drainage patterns itself that talks specifically about the drainage basin watershed. For you to understand the difference between the two, I actually drew on it in that video, so that should assist you specifically. Most of the streams that we've done as well, they talk about drainage basin. I've been trying to explain the pan thing, the basin that you put outside. So that would have been your catchment area. And then on the rim part of the basin there, that is on the top, that can possibly flash out of the pan or go inside your catchment area, that would have been your watershed. Multiple choice papers for EDP and M. Somebody's asking. Discord server. So the Discord server, I can send a link for that. And because I have a book with all the weather symbols, okay. So I will send the link for the Discord server in the chat. And then you can all join, share all of this information so that tomorrow everybody is just doing amazing. Oh yeah, somebody telling me to put it in the chat. Hold on, I'm coming. So I'm gonna find it right now, and then I am going to put it in the chat for you. Just a second. All right, I got it. So, but if I go to put it in the chat right now, I'm gonna miss out on most of the comments because I'm way behind. So, all right. So the Discord server is in the chat right now. So ensure that you can post other stuff to assist other persons. So I'll try to go back up to get back to the other comments. Yes, so I see somebody say my bed not missing me. That is great. Please explain earthquake, what specifically about earthquakes, and even so, there is a full crash course on physical geography that you can check out. We did earthquakes in its entirety. We actually used the syllabus and we went through everything. Um, mm, no, I do not do chemistry. I do not do any of those sciencey stuff. Yes, somebody's asking you to subscribe if you're new. Please do so. Subscribe if you are new and ensure that you leave a like the video, and you can share it with your friends in grade 10 or in form 4 so that they can benefit from the channel as well. And the kids in grade 9 as well so that they can benefit. Um, da, 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 da. Hi, Alicia Crary. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you. Yes, for the textbooks, yeah, you probably have a textbook as big as your head that has everything. Rated PG-13. Okay. Yes, I spoke about that about the textbook. So if you're gonna use the textbook, especially on a night like tonight when you have the exam tomorrow, ensure that you're using the textbook with the syllabus because it is not every single thing that is in the textbook that you are required to know for tomorrow. So you have to study, but study smart. So don't get anything that you don't necessarily have to get by tomorrow morning. Um, some persons are asking for the type of what is that? Hold on. Some persons are asking for the type of vegetation for the different climates. I will send a picture of that in the Discord server as well. So for the tropical rainforest, you would have many species of tall trees, lush vegetation, and then you have for the equatorial climate, you would have tall trees just the same, lush vegetation just the same. They're on the syllabus now, it does not ask you so much for a lot of other types of vegetation. Neither does it ask you in detail about other types of climate since the syllabus changed in 2017. But I will send those just the same in the Discord server for you. I will also send in the climatic graphs for the different climate types. So those climatic graphs that, let me try to drop it in there now. Those climatic graphs that you would see on your paper 1 exam for you to tell what type of climate is being experienced in that particular area. I am going to send two of those into the Discord server for you so that you get a chance to actually look at them specifically. So if that pops up on your exam, you know exactly which one it is. So I just sent, hold on, it's not going. All right, so I sent one and I'm sending the others. So just ensure that you check those out as well so that you can be assisted in that regard. Next question. Hold on. Miss, the Discord link not working. Okay, I will just look at it again. Maybe that was one of the links that was just for a one time only. Hold on. All right, so I have put in the new Discord link. There you go. So you can click on that Discord link. I just placed it in there for you so you can find the information that we just sent. So for the other person who, okay, so I'm seeing people joining now. That's great. For the other persons who needed some other information, or oh yeah, somebody had the map symbol thingies that you wanted to send, go ahead and send it into the server so other persons can get a chance to use it as well. How many coral reef question? I don't know, but it's not usually a lot that we see. They are usually closer towards the end of the paper. We've met upon a couple different types. Most of the coral reef questions are in relation to coral reef degradation and um, conditions that are necessary for the growth, for the successful growth of coral reef. So those are mainly the two things that you need to pay attention to. When geo and social studies tests done, are you still going to post videos? Of course. That time I'll be posting videos on how to keep your brain active during the summer, how to do fun things in the summer that will still increase your capacity to remember things when you get back to school. Things like that are already on my blog, but I just wanted to help you guys out for the geo exam, so I started to do this for the geo exam specifically. So there will be a lot of other things on the blog, not CXC related, but education related. And I know that you're gonna go off to sixth form and you're gonna be doing CAPE. Trust me, CAPE is not the greatest thing in the world. I hate it. I've been hating it. But there are specific skills that you need in order to master CAPE. And you need to manage your time properly. Lots of time management is necessary. So you may think that, oh, well, I just gonna have 5 subjects to do at CAPE, and all along I've been doing 8 or 9 or 10 at grade 11. So CAPE should be a breeze. No, it is not. You have to manage your time properly. Not only that, you have to be doing other things. There are, for the persons who are trying to get scholarships as well, for overseas universities or other universities, you have to ensure that you are not only doing academics, but you're doing your volunteering, you are getting other information, you are courses online for several other things that will enhance your scholarship application. So it is going to be about a whole host of other things, not geography related, and not social studies related. Geography related stuff will pop up back in probably September when we go back to school, and then my students will need videos, etc. So maybe that about that time we will be doing more geography specific items. Summer is going to be for teaching you how to do critical thinking, how to master your learning style, how to use the different platforms, educational platforms for school. Some persons still don't know how to use a lot of those. And for September, you can expect that a lot of your schooling will be done online. I'm still doing summer geography courses as well. I'm doing a Mapwork summer course. So all the grade 10 students who will be doing CXC next year, and they want to cover the entire Mapwork syllabus before they actually get to class, I am doing classes on those as well. I'm also doing I'm teaching regular geography classes for students who are going to be sitting geography, whether privately or if they already have a teacher and they need supplemental classes. So I'm already doing all of those, but most of the videos that you will see will be related to general education and not so much with geography. Um, mhm. Is having no mineral resources a reason why Caribbean territories are sparsely settled? I know which question you're talking. It did not specifically say that why Caribbean territories are sparsely settled. It said certain areas in Caribbean territories. So for the other options that were there in that specific question, I think the question said something like you were supposed to select the ones that affect what explain why Caribbean territory certain areas in Caribbean territories are sparsely populated. The thing is, um the thing is the thing is that for the sparse population, sorry guys, I got a little distracted. The thing is that for the sparsely populated areas, it is as a result of something that is more tangible. So for example, the hill is too high and it does not offer a lot of opportunity for communication or opening channels of communication. But where mineral resources are concerned, the areas that you probably live in right now, those areas or your city areas in your specific countries, they do not necessarily have mineral resources, but it is still not sparsely populated. So that is not necessarily the reason why areas are sparsely populated either. So even though there are places that do not have mineral resources, those places still have high population densities. So we can't say that that is the reason why those areas are sparse. So it would not be the specific area. It would not be the specific answer for that question. So that is why that one was taken out. Um, Somebody's asking what time this live gonna finish since you want us to go to bed early. I'm gonna finish it right now or in another 5 minutes or so. I'm just trying to get through your questions. Again, I suggest if you need to go over something specific, come off the live and go and watch those other videos and get those explanations. And if you have those other questions, you can send them in. So ensure that, guys, the ones who are new, ensure that you subscribe to the channel for the other things that we have to offer. Ensure that you follow on Instagram as well, as we post educational content just the same that will assist you at your CAPE level as well. And share the information to your grade 10 or the Form 4 students that you know so that they can get information from us as well. Again, I have a book that is coming up for the persons who need to excel in their SBAs and the persons who need to ensure that they get the best possible mark in your SBAs. The same way that I talk to you, and it is a down to earth explanation, so you actually get what I'm saying. That is exactly how the book is written, so that you get exactly what I'm saying. You understand what needs to be done specifically for the SBA to get your best possible mark. So tell the children that you have, the friends that you have in grade 10 or Form 4 to just ensure that they check it out as well, and they will get more information on that. Um, mhm. In-depth information about vegetation and climate. Okay, I just sent some information in the server about vegetation and climate that should help you as well. Um, yes, Riyadh, I know. The book it will be available before September. so that the grade 10s will be able to get it. The ones who are starting out new, they can start out with the book. The grade 10s who are going to grade 11 and they have not completed the SBA yet, or they haven't handed it in yet, they will be able to get it before September as well, so that they can specifically be able to get their best possible mark. Somebody's asking about map reading specifically. What about map reading? Map reading is very, very wide, but yesterday we did a full map reading live. Ensure that you watch that, so it will go through the specific topics that are listed on the syllabus. We use the syllabus as well, so that will give you some specific information about what is required by CXC, as well as how you can find your answers, especially during the multiple choice papers. Since you want to maximize your output, so you want to finish the questions faster, but you want to also ensure that you get the answers correct. Hill, and what's the difference? Can you tell ridge apart from a hill? So, all right. A hill is a area of highland, but a ridge can be a part of the hill, or a ridge can be a part of the mountain. The ridge is really just a long, narrow hilltop. So sometimes you have a hill. The hills have different shapes. Based on the contour lines, you'll be able to tell what type of hill it is. If it is a round top hill, if it is a plateau, if it is a knoll, etc. You will be able to tell based on the contour lines that are there. The ridge, though, is just the long, narrow hilltop part. So if it's just a hill that just has a long, narrow area going over, then it would have been your ridge. Hold on. What factors would facilitate industrial development in the Caribbean? I think I have an idea what question you are asking that in relation to. Industrial development, first of all, it depends on the type of industry that is going to be developed. There's a part on the syllabus that asks about factors influencing the development of industries, or factors influencing the location of industries. The specific location would depend on the specific type of industry that is being developed. So, for example, if that industry is, say, a mining industry, you would pay attention to proximity to the raw material that you're going to be using. You would pay attention to the weight of the material that you need to carry after the processing has taken place. You also need to pay attention to the distance that needs to be traveled. So if you have a bulky material like bauxite, for example, that is still bulky even after it has been extracted, it means then that you need to ensure that you have good transportation, or a good transportation route, to ensure that you can take it to the area where it is going to be used. For bauxite, that would have been to the ships so that they can be exported. If you have Depending on the type of industry, again, you have to be close to your raw material, because those would have been heavy for you to carry. So you want to be close to the raw material. You also want, depending again on the type of industry, you want to be close to your labor force, or the labor force will come to you. We did that as well in the human geography crash course in a lot more detail, where we went through each specific industry, so that you can watch that, so that you can understand specifically what we went through, or specifically what each industry will require in order to develop in a particular area. um Miss, can you hold on? Miss, can you describe some features inside and outside of a volcano? Intrusive volcanic features are the ones that are formed inside the volcano. That's where the magma has cooled and hardened inside the volcano. So that is your sill, dike, laccolith, batholith. Those For the questions like those on the past papers that we have looked at for the multiple choice, they would have given you a picture where you are asked to identify these things or to label them or something like that. For the features that are formed on the outside, the extrusive volcanic features, that is where the magma has cooled and hardened outside the lava, cool and hardened on the earth's surface. So that would have been your lava flow or your lava plateau. That would have been your volcanic cone itself. The different types of cones. So that would have been those would have been the extrusive volcanic features. Types of coastal erosion. Coastal erosion is the same as river erosion. So the acronym that we use to remember that is CASH. That is CASH. That's corrosion, attrition, solution, and hydraulic action. All right, so for the C, which is corrosion, this is where the rocks are. We went through this in the physical geography crash course. But for corrosion, this is where the rocks are basically they're being picked up and they're being hurled at the cliff. So the water is coming, it's very, very force, it's a destructive wave, it throws those rocks on the cliff, and those rocks would act like they would erode or gouge out the rock face itself. So it's more like a sandpaper that is scouring down the front part or the face of the cliff. Um, then you have that's C, then you have A for attrition, where the rock fragments knock on each other. So you ever go to the beach or to the river and you realize how the rock fragments are very, very smooth? That would be as a result of attrition, where they would have hit on each other and they would have smooth out or eroded each other by the scraping on each other. So they become more rounded and they become smaller. That is for the A. The S now is for solution, where some of the rocks, some are able to dissolve. So they are dissolved by the seawater, and especially the limestone rocks, it would be easy for them. And then you have the H, that is hydraulic action, where that is just the sheer force of the water itself that is smashing on the cliff and is causing the rock fragments to break off. So that is the CASH, CASH for erosion in coast as well as in rivers. Would cross section be on the exam? Yes, cross section is usually on the exam. We have done several past papers where we went through cross sections. How it is how it is normally set up is that they give you the contours. They ask you what it would look like if you were to draw a cross section of the contour lines that they gave you. You can take out a strip of paper and actually draw the cross section, or you can just look at the cross section, look at the contour lines that they have given you, and look at the options to see which one fits best. So, depending on how good you are at it, it might be easier for you to just take out a strip of paper and just draw the cross section itself. Or you may be able to just look at it like we do in the live videos. Just look at the paper, see how the contour lines are set up, so you know if it's going to be a steep slope or it is going to be a coastal plain, etc. And then you can determine what shape it is going to have. Is it only easting before northing and northing before every other cardinal point? I don't really understand the question. Um, I don't really understand the question. The eastings and the northings, that is your grid reference, but the cardinal points, that is for your compass direction. So you can tell me exactly what it is that you want to ask. What is the difference between a ridge, spur, and a plateau? All right, so we basically just did ridge. This spur, though, it is like a ridge. It is a lateral ridge that is descending down a mountain. And then the plateau would have been the flat topped hill. So you have one that is a flat top, which is the plateau. You have the ridge that is the long part of the mountain. It's not giving you a specific peak per se, but it is a long part of the mountain. And the spur is a type of ridge. It's a lateral ridge that extends or descends down the hill. So that's the difference between those three. Um, I don't know what is, guys, I don't know what is coming on the exam. I'm waiting just like you to find out what is coming on the exam. I have no idea. We are just we're making a pattern based on the exam papers that we have seen already. So we have been working papers from 2001 all the way up to 2019. So that's 19 full years of paper for us to see what is expected, what we can look out for, etc. So that is what we are doing. So we don't know exactly what will come on the exam, but from what we are seeing, we are expecting a lot of repetition. We are expecting a lot of map related questions. We are expecting a lot of graphs that you need to read and give your responses for. For the person that is asking about spine, I'm not sure if you're speaking specifically to lava spine. If you are speaking about lava spine, you can let me know. Um, well, lava spine is the magma, that is the solid magma that would have been rising in the lava dome. So it takes the shape of the dome that it is rising in. Um, Why did the bauxite companies in the Caribbean collapse? Is it because of increased cost of production or due to globalization and the decrease in world demand from the Caribs? It would have been because of increased cost of production. Most of the bauxite that is being done in the Caribbean, that is being mined in the Caribbean, they are overseas entities that have invested. So the governments, Caribbean governments, cannot necessarily afford to do the bauxite mining ourselves. So we would require external sources to do the funding for us. The cost of production is very, very high for the bauxite, especially since the bauxite needs to be turned into something else to become useful. And it is very bulky, so it's very heavy. So it takes a lot more to get what you actually want out of it. So cost of production would be your answer for that. Um, give the answer. Okay, so you give the answer is eastings and then northings, but if they are not east but west and all right, I think you're talking about two different things, Daniel. I think you're talking about two different topics in one. You can ask the question again and let me get a clearer understanding. But for the grid reference, you use eastings and northings only. It's only eastings and northings that you're gonna have. So those are your two lines. They get their name from the direction in which the numbers increase. So the easting lines, those are the lines that increase where the numbers increase in an easterly direction. That's the vertical lines. Those are the lines that you're going to read first. And then your northing lines, the numbers increase towards the north. Those are your lines that run across. Those are the ones that you're going to read second. For the part that you're saying, but if they are not east but west, and north, which comes first, it sounds like you're talking about like the 16-point compass and compass direction. So that would have been a completely different topic. Let me know if you're speaking about how you would label the 16-point compass itself to know which one of those would come first. Just there's a specific video on that explains compass points and how you can know the compass, the 16-point compass really, really quickly, and then you will never forget it. I made a video on that. You can check it out as well if that is what you are talking. All right. Yes, viscous lava will create the volcanic spine because it cools so quickly. Um, all right. So I think that is it for the questions. If you have no other questions or other comments, I think we're good for tomorrow. Let me know how you're feeling about tomorrow. I know the nervous already. I know the nervous and excited. And I know the what was the other one? There were three main comments. All right, miss me nervous. Oh my. Hi Ashelon. You don't need to be nervous. You are awesome. You are going to do really, really well. Don't worry. And I know that you have been practicing. I see you. You're doing your past papers and you're getting things done. You are going to be fine. You just don't need to worry. And I know you get nervous really easily, so just keep calm. You'll be fine. All right. So, more nervous people. Oh, good. Jojo Mojo is calm. That is nice. Keep calm, guys. Just breathe. I wish I was a yoga teacher so I could just give you some of those, I don't know, and then I just talk softly and then I say, just breathe, close your eyes, and think about the beach, things like that. But I'm not. So, well, all I can say is that I am proud of you. I have seen your progress so far. I can see that your answers are quicker and your answers are more accurate. I can see your growth definitely. I can see that. So I am proud. I feel as if you all belong to me. I feel as if you are all my students, even though you're not in my class at the school that I teach. I feel like I'm responsible for you and I need to ensure that you pass. So you need to go tomorrow and you need to ensure that you do me proud and you do well and you get those grade ones, and I'm just going to be rooting for you, and I am going to ensure that I pray for all of you tonight, and I hope that you really, really, really all get a grade one. Okay? Yes, and I feel like you're ready. I really do. I feel like you are ready. I've seen so much progress, a lot of progress since we actually started. Um, so I am expecting great things from you. Yes, Ashelon. Yes, Ashelon. I'm going to see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, okay? So just be ready. I'm coming just to give you a big thumbs up in the morning before you go in the exam, just so that you know that I got you and you are just going to do great. Okay? Um, for the other persons, I can't come to your school or to your country or to just tell you that I am rooting for you, but just picture me there. And when you're finished and you go home, I'll just do a live tomorrow evening just for you to tell me how it went. Okay? So maybe tomorrow at probably 5, I don't know yet. Maybe probably 5. I don't know. But tomorrow evening, I will do a live so that we can all talk about the exam, see how the exam went, and then we can just breathe and then we just jump right into preparation for the next exam. So the things that I taught you here, how to study for your exam last minute, how to get your good grades, things like that, just use them for your other exams as well so that you can just be amazing and you can just continue to excel, and then you can just make your parents really, really, really proud. Yes, guys, you are welcome. It has been my pleasure. I feel like I've gained a lot of new babies from all over the Caribbean. So that is very good. Just make me proud. I am going to pray for you, even though I know that you are already ready. I'm going to pray that you remember everything, and I'm going to pray that you just stay calm so that you know exactly what to do on your exams. Okay? Yes, geography is considered a science subject. Yes, the Discord site is amazing. I created it specifically for you guys. I know that for geography, there's not a lot of collaboration taking place for geography. So sometimes you may want to teach something about Trinidad, but you don't know anybody from Trinidad to even ask about it. So it's good. I want to create a big Caribbean community of geography students that can ask each other all sorts of questions about geography. You can tell my Jamaican students about what you're experiencing in Trinidad, and my Jamaican students can tell you in Grenada what they are experiencing. You can share pictures of different Caribbean geography features that we have that you may not have specifically in your country. For example, it was just from doing the lives that I realized that there are some Caribbean students who have never actually seen coral reef. So the next time I take some students out on a boat trip, I'm going to ensure that I video every single thing so that I can come back and I can show it to you so you know exactly what is going on. Everything is easier when you are able to see what you are learning. That is why field trips are so important. So I will try to do my best for the other persons, for the grade 10s and the grade 9s, to give them some more hands-on information that will be able to assist them. Oh, thank you guys. Yes. Miss, I have an issue with the 2011 paper number 31. All right, so take a picture of that question and send it in the Discord server so that we can just answer it and we can discuss it. Okay? Guys, once again, thank you for joining. It is my pleasure. Is types of cloud still on the syllabus? No. Cloud type is not on the syllabus specifically. What is on the syllabus relating to clouds are the symbols. So there was a time when cloud type was a big thing on the syllabus. You had to know everything about them. Um, Now on the syllabus is just for you to know the symbol for cloud type. I don't know if the weather symbols have already been sent in the Discord server. If they have not been sent in the Discord server, then I will find some and then I'll take a picture and send it to you guys as well. Okay? Um mm, Queen asking in 2016 June paper, why was the answer C? I don't know what question it is. So just take a picture, send it in the Discord server as well so that we can answer it or clarify whatever question you're asking about. No, Monique, you're not the only Jamaican on the live. I see some of my students. Um, and I see somebody else from Mobe High. And I wanted to screenshot your the schools that you told me you were from yesterday, but I never got a chance to do so. I wanted to screenshot your schools and then I post it on my Instagram page to give you some shout outs, but I didn't get a chance to do so. So you can send them to me again and I will just do some screenshots of them right now. Um, yes, the coral reef comment. The coral reef comment was dedicated to my Guyanese people. I am going to ensure that I hook you guys up and you get to see the beautiful coral reef that we have. I will even bring some bread along to try to get all the fish to come up so that you can get to see them. Okay? Um Thank you guys. You are welcome. Again, it is my pleasure. Yes, you can message me on Instagram. You can send the picture of the question on Instagram. Why I prefer if you send them in the server, because there might be another student who need help with the question and didn't know the question, so that we can get them to learn as well. But if you're not on Discord, you can send it on Instagram as well. Um, the Discord server is open all the time. I posted the link earlier. I'm gonna try to find it and just post it back right now. It's always open. It's just a platform for you to be able to share whatever information you want to and ask questions. Let me send it to you guys again. All right, so I just sent it in the chat. So let me just screenshot these schools, okay? My IG name is the same as my YouTube channel, Natken Educational Services. So, okay, all right, okay. Let me get back to the top of the schools. Okay. Oh, so we have a Belize person. Yeah, well, I don't know if you're the only Belize person, but I think it's our first time having a Belize person join us. So I have Ewerton High School. I'm assuming that is in Jamaica. Tutorial High, that's my people in Guyana. St. George's College, Skeldon Line Path. Those are also my girls. I got some past papers from them as well. Shout out from Tutorial High School. Dunstogs? Seriously? Well, at least the Dunstogs are rolling out and getting their past paperwork done. So I'm expecting great things. And then that name will change to something else, not Dunstogs, you know. Hold on. Some more Tutorial High. Okay, I have a lot of people from Tutorial High. I see a lot of Guyanese people. I like that. Campion College, welcome. I think it's our first Campion. Hello, Jason. Christchurch Secondary in Guyana. More Christchurch. Pierre Charles Secondary in Dominica. McGraw, I don't know where that one is. Dayton Griffith School in Barbados. Diamond Secondary South America in Guyana. St. Catherine Academy in Belize. St. Rose Modern Secondary in Grenada. Trinidad, Rio Claro West Secondary. Somebody else asking for my IG name. It's the same name, Natken Educational Services. St. Hughes High School in Jamaica. Server, I just posted it in the chat a while ago as well. Woodbrook Secondary in Trinidad. Zeeburg. Wow, guys, these are lots of schools. Zeeburg Secondary in Guyana. St. Rose High School, Jose Marti Technical in Jamaica. Presentation Brothers College in Grenada. When am I coming to Grenada? No, to Guyana. Who has the dasheen chips again? I'm going to the dasheen chips place, and I'm going to the, what is it again? Oh my god. The place with the something and saltfish. Is either Guyana or Grenada, but I am coming. The I think it's your national dish. Something and saltfish. Um Central High School, President's College in Guyana, Cummins Lodge Secondary in Guyana, Titchfield High, Jamaica Convent High in Dominica, Mount Alvernia High School, hello, Elmore Stout High School, Mona High, Bridgeport High. Thank you. You are welcome. St. Martin Academy, Claude McKay High in Jamaica, Mobe High. Alia, I think you're my only Mobe High girl. St. George's College, Tutorial High again, St. Martin again, Bejan from Harrison College. Okay, that's in Barbados. Yes, I will keep you in my prayers tonight, and I will pray for you tomorrow morning when I wake up so that you are calm. Just picture that you're taking me to school with you, and then I am just gonna be there ensuring, just standing at the doorway like, yes. Yes, you got this. And then I'm going to just give you a smiley face and I'm going to give you a thumbs up, but ensure that you pay attention to the paper. I'm going to just be rooting for you guys all day. Okay? Anglican High School, Pierre Charles Secondary in Dominica. Yes, so the name is going to change from Dunce Thugs to Smart Thugs. Okay. Mushet High School, that's in Trelawney. Nice. Hello, O'Shane. Thank you for joining us. Anglican High School in Grenada. St. Joseph's in Guyana. Coleridge and Parry in Barbados. Raymond Gardner High in Turks and Caicos. Nice. You're my first Turks and Caicos person, Islander as well. You have a beautiful country there. All the best on your exams, everybody. St. Vincent Grammar School. McGraw in Jamaica. Hello, Trelawney CIs. St. Joseph's High School in Guyana, St. Mary's College in Trinidad, Pierre Charles Secondary in Dominica, West Demerara Secondary. Oh, um, yes, I think it's Guyana that I'm going to go to. My husband went there and he said it is awesome. And he went on the Demerara River. And I think he used a boat, they used a boat taxi or something like that. So I definitely want to experience that. No, it's not ackee and saltfish. I think it's green fig or something like that. But then I'm learning that the green fig is probably bananas, we call it. Yes, so Guyana has the dasheen chips. So see, I'm going to Guyana. Like I am coming to Guyana, guys. New Silver City. Okay. Jamaica have the saltfish, yes, but somebody else have saltfish. Miss, we have pepper pot. Yes, green fig and saltfish. Thank you for the reminder. Um, bacon saltfish, no. Okay. With the Veronique, I'm not gonna say that word. With the pitons, pitas. That's how you pronounce it, right? I'm learning. Um, Coleridge, um, Glenmuir High School in Jamaica, Dayton Griffith, North Georgetown Secondary in Guyana, uh, Alexandra, no, yeah, Alexandra School in Barbados, Georgetown Secondary in St. Vincent, New Campbellville Secondary in Guyana, Bladen Hall Multilateral in Guyana, Harrison's College in Barbados, Hope Secondary in Guyana, Cornwall College in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I'm jealous. Oh, so somebody wants to come to Guyana with me. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can do a big trip, and then we all go visit our friends in Guyana. Knox College High in Jamaica. St. Rose's High School in Guyana. More people from Trinidad. I'm not seeing any school. Garvey Maceo High in Jamaica. Good. So we are all over the place and we are going to just do excellent tomorrow. And they are just going to hear about you. And the same way that I just called out your school's name tomorrow, that's how they are going to call out your name, because you are going to do so well on your exam tomorrow that they will just need to call your name to congratulate you. So I'm congratulating you in advance. Congratulations, guys, for putting in so much hard work, for participating in the lives, for sending me your questions, for writing in the comments, for picking out things that I said that you didn't understand. That is all fine. I have absolutely no issues with that. Thank you. And it has been my pleasure. And I'm sure that tomorrow you are going to just do exactly what needs to be done. And we also have Matthew from Cova East Secondary. I think that's in Trinidad. Devario Brown from Lacovia High School in Jamaica. Big up yourself, guys. You're gonna do well tomorrow. Hi from Bushlot Secondary in Guyana. Hi, Okel. Nice to have you guys. All right. So I think we are at the end of our session for the afternoon. Are we? I think so. Miss, can you do some social studies paper? Yes, I will do some social studies paper starting on Thursday. So after tomorrow's exam, then we will do another live so we can talk about the paper in the afternoon. And then Thursday, I will jump on the social studies for you guys so that you can get that covered. West Demerara Secondary in Guyana, Bishop's High School in Tobago as well. Yes, Just Major, thank you for joining. Enjoy your afternoon. Do some more past papers if you feel like you need to. You don't have to even listen to it. You can just play it in your background. Just ensure that you're hearing some geography in your brain until it's time for you to go to bed. Thank you for joining us. You are welcome. No need to be emotional, guys. We got this, okay? Again, it has been my pleasure. No, I cannot do chemistry. I cannot do chemistry, but all the things that I can do, I will do that on the channel. What I can do though, I can teach you how to learn so that whatever subject you go to, you can apply what I taught you to ensure that you can learn those. Okay? So yeah, we will do the social studies starting on Thursday. Good luck, guys. I don't have to wish you luck either because I know that you got this. Okay? So it's after 6. You have 4 hours before you go to bed. So you go to bed at 10, so you can wake up by 6, so you get full 8 hours of sleep, and you're ready for your school in the morning, and you are ready to kill the exam. Okay? Holy Childhood High. Nice to see you, Christina. Yes, you got this, guys. Grade 1. Just leave a final comment. Everybody just say grade 1 and speak it into being. Grade 1. All right, I'm seeing it. All ones. The amens and the hallelujahs. I'm seeing it too, guys. We got this. No twos, all ones. Grade 1s for everybody. All positivity, guys. Don't leave the live and then go find any negative energy anywhere. If you find a negative energy, if you feel a negative breeze, you need to find my Instagram and send a message. Let me send you some positivity. Okay? All ones, no twos. That's nice. All right, guys. So if you need to look over some stuff, you have 4 hours to do so. You can watch some more videos. You can do a crash course on the areas that you're not comfortable with. You can check out some more past papers. You have all the way up until 10 o'clock to do that. No negativity, okay? Positivity, all ones. I like this. This is great. I'm going to screenshot all these grade 1s that I'm seeing. I'm proud of you guys. Yes, I'm going to shout out everybody on the IG page. I'm going to do that a little later. It's a lot of you though, so it may take a little time. All right? I'm so proud of you, Ashalon. I see you putting in the work, you know. You're going to do great. I'm proud of you guys. All right, so lots of activity in Discord at the moment. So you can send in your questions or your comments, and somebody will assist you there. Okay, there's a link for past papers for all subject as well. So you can ensure that you check that out too. I don't see the thing for the weather symbols, so I will send you something in there as well. Uh, hold on. Okay, sure, Monique. Just send me a DM and I will respond to you. No need to be upset with yourself, Shimon, if you get one wrong. You know, we make mistakes sometimes. I make mistakes. So you just need to check your answers thoroughly before you actually write them down, right? So yes, thank you so much, Ashalon. Guys, remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Subscribe to the channel and like the videos, okay? Thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Check over your work, check over what you don't feel confident in, and ensure that you get some rest. All right? I will respond to your messages that are in my DMs, and I will check the Discord server as well. Have a wonderful evening, guys. All the best for your exams tomorrow. You will do great. Yes, this will also be uploaded so that you will get a chance to re-listen because we didn't really show anything today. So you'll get a chance to listen to what we discussed earlier. Okay? Bye guys, tomorrow.
Get your waters in one of the cups or some of the plates. Or just all the plates. And maybe there are two waters in one of the cups, okay? Okay, Mom.